How on earth am I going to put into words how much I love Adam and all of the reasons why? So instead, I'm going to tell you all that I really shouldn't have met Adam. I was going to stay at home and vacuum my house. But the lovely Sarah convinced me that I needed a night of Christmas celebration at Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park. And thank goodness she did. Because in that huge Bavarian village, in the middle of hundreds of other people, I locked eyes with Adam, and that adorably awkward man, he changed everything. And here we are 8.5 years later, with 2 astonishing daughters, Ishka and Edith, the twin sons around whom we orbit, Team Elegance, my home in the universe. Adam, you still give me butterflies. Your quiet confidence and solid belief in forging forward gave me the courage to embark on a career that involved hurdles which felt mountainous and terrifying until I had you by my side. I'm never afraid when I'm with you. I was pretty strong before we met, a self-sufficient kind of woman, but you've shown me that I don't need to be like that all the time. I don't have to live my life on guard. Sometimes I get a little bit lost in that old way of being, but you're always there, and usually before I've even realised, you bring me back, gently but lovingly, and when you say to me, remember, you're not on your own, you become like my anchor. And in that stillness and that rest that you bring me in the middle of a storm, it's a gift that I'm never going to stop being thankful for.
As Emilie's already mentioned, when we first met, it was a bit of a whirlwind, wasn't it, the first few weeks and months, but I knew I'd found the one. We met in December, and then I moved in April. In between meeting in December and then moving in April, I fell in love with someone else, another lady. One Wednesday after work, I knocked on the door, and this beaming little 5-year-old answered the door, and that's when I first set eyes on Ishka. She proceeded to give me the grand tour of Emilie's house, although I wasn't allowed to look in Mummy's room because I wasn't allowed in there. But that's when I fell in love with a cute little 5-year-old. Ishka, thank you very much for letting me in. She did pay me back though, because your dad picked you up a few minutes after that and you introduced me to him as Mummy's new husband. So that was good fun. After I moved in, everything slowed down, relatively speaking, and then we got a little bit broody. And then to cut a very long story short, a year later, on the 25th of August, I fell in love for a 3rd time, and our Elegance plan was complete. When people ask me how I'm doing at work, or most of you today, I always say I'm living the dream. Everybody thinks it's a turn of phrase, but I really am. I'm living the dream. I have been since December 2014. I've never been so happy. You are by far the most amazing human. Thank you for making me live the dream. I love you, and always have done, and I always will. You're amazing, and you're better at speeches than me.
Masons, when they start upon a building, are careful to test out the scaffolding. Make sure that planks won't slip at busy points. Secure all ladders, tighten bolted joints. And yet all this comes down when the job is done, showing off walls of sure and solid stone. So if, my dear, there sometimes seems to be old bridges breaking between you and me, never fear, we may let the scaffolds fall, confident that we have built our wall.
When we first met, I remember that you were a bit miffed when I said that I'd made the choice to be with you. But I stood by it then and I stand by it now. Sure, we fell for each other, and in those first flushed weeks, it felt very much like we were being pulled together by something bigger than us. We could have carried on forever, giving the credit for our relationship to fate. But honestly, I think what we have is far more powerful and valuable than that. I think we chose each other then. I think we have chosen each other these last 8 years. And I trust with my whole heart that we will carry on choosing each other for the rest of our lives. What we have is something we have built, working together, bit by bit, day by day. A relationship that is grounded in trust, honesty, respect, communication and, yes, love. This, not fate, is what will ensure we have a happy marriage. I promise to keep choosing you and to always remember that you keep choosing me. I love you beyond words, Adam Nelson, and I promise I will spend the rest of my life making sure you know that.